Hello, this is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. I'm here today with a sneak peek for Diamond Art Club. This is In a Sea of Love by Teresa Donahue McManus, and this is going to be part of Diamond Art Club's new release lineup this Saturday, the 18th of April. So thank you to DAC for sending this over to me. Before I forget, let me just run you through the release times for this kit. So on Saturday, this will be available if you qualify for early access, which will be if you are a Diamond or Ruby member. It will be available from 9 AM Pacific time, 12 PM Eastern time, or 5 PM UK time. If you're waiting for general access, that's just half an hour later, so 9:30 AM Pacific time, 12:30 PM Eastern time, or 5:30 PM UK time. And as ever, if you're not sure what those times mean for you wherever in the world you may be, just plug one of those times into Google and ask it to let you know, and then you will be sorted. Okay, so this is a nice medium-sized kit. It's 55.8 by 70.7 centimeters. It also has square drills, as you can see from this little bit here. And if I turn it over on the side, it has 54 colours, which includes 3 ABs and 3 fairy dust diamonds. And it's got a little over 63,500 drills. You'll also see that you've got a picture of the render of the artwork wrapped around the top part of the box. That's actually on a sleeve that you can pull off like so. And underneath you just have a kind of generic box. You've got an image of the artwork here, another one here, and then another little one on a sticker at the bottom here. So however you store your diamond paintings, you know, in a cupboard, on a shelf, everywhere in my case, you should be able to store it so that you can see which kit is which. Okay, let's take a look. There's some really pretty colours in this one. And you know me and pretty colours. Okay. So inside the box you have this sturdy tray, so you've got many layers of protection for your kit if it does take a little bit of a battering on its way to you, as we all know occasionally can happen. The diamond painting and drills are in here. Then we also have in the box a toolkit and this little pouch here. I'm going to take you through all of these bits, but first off, let's take a look at the toolkit. Okay, so Diamond Art Club toolkits come in this little bag like this, and the contents are listed on the front. But when we go in, you'll find several goodies, which I'm going to talk you through right now. So first off, this is the pen you're going to receive. Diamond Art Club calls this a twist and pick applicator pen. It's got a nice ergonomic feel to it. It's a little bit thicker than the kind of typical kit pens that you get most places. This end has got a plastic 4-placer loaded for you, and this is a standard push-in end, so if you have a different push-in placer that you prefer, you know, if you like working with a much longer one or a shorter one, you can switch that out. And then at this end, this is where the name comes from. So to pick up your drills with this single placer, you are going to twist, and that is going to cause this wax that you see preloaded for you in here to come to the surface, and then you're ready to pick up your drills. Just make sure you pinch off any excess so that it doesn't, you know, splurge everywhere when you're diamond painting. This is refillable as well, so once you get through all of the wax that's already loaded, you can unscrew it and then put more in, or some people have a different wax or putty that they prefer to use. All of those should work fine in here. So yeah. Really nice bit of kit. Then you have just a roll of baggies, always useful to have. And then last but not least, we have the tray. So this is a nice big size. If I kind of do that, you'll see this is basically the size of my hand. So it's got quite a bit more room in it, which is great if you like to line up a lot of drills for a bit of multi-placing. These are stackable, so if you have several of them, they will sit neatly on top of each other. It's branded on the side there, and you open it by sliding open the lid like this. And once you've got the lid off, this stopper will come out like so. Inside, you have got more of that clear wax you saw in the pen. There is also some pink wax, just in case you prefer that formulation. And there is a 7-placer, in case that's your preference for the end of your pen. And yeah, like you can see there, it's got nice deep sides and just lots of room. So that is the toolkit. Next up, let's take a look at this little pouch here. You open it like so by pulling these tabs together. Inside, you're going to find several bits that we're going to go through in a moment. But first of all, you can see lots of useful information here on the inside of the pouch. So you've got tips and tricks. You've got how to use and refill that pen. You've got step-by-step instructions for diamond painting. Everyone's got to start somewhere. You have got kit contents at the bottom. And then on these outer flaps, you've got QR codes. This one is going to take you to Diamond Art Club's Facebook group. If you have made a purchase directly from Diamond Art Club before, you should be eligible to join. So, you know, join away. And it may well be the first place you find out about new releases. You'll see people sharing pictures of artwork they've completed and lots of diamond painting chat. And yeah, it's a fun corner of the internet. Then over here, you have got one of many, many, many discount codes available to you when shopping with Diamond Art Club, because this is a shop where you never need to pay full price. There are always discount codes available to you. I do have a couple of codes in the description box below if you're a first-time customer of Diamond Art Club, and you would like to use either of those codes, you're more than welcome to. They are affiliate codes, so you know, don't feel obligated. There are other codes available to you, but feel free to use them if they would help. There is CAT20 that would give you 20% off, or CAT10 that would give you $10 US off. So yeah, just do the maths and figure out which one works out better for you, depending on the size of your order. Okay, this one that you see here is a one-time use code for the first time you make a purchase on Diamond Art Club's app. But we also get discount codes at, you know, special times of the year for special events like Black Friday or US holidays. And there is even a code that you can use all the time, which you will find in the Facebook group. Then we have this, our trading card, or as Diamond Art Club refers to them, Treasure Quest card. So you will get one of these in the majority of kits that you buy. They're not guaranteed, but they do come in most of them these days. And you'll get a nice holographic image of the artwork. And then on the back, this is where the rewards magic happens. So you'll notice around this front image that there is a border, and that border is a bronze colour. If you turn it over to the back, that colour is confirmed for you. And you'll also see some bits of information down here. So the card that you receive may well be a bronze like mine. Quite likely to be, because the majority of cards are bronze, but it could also be silver, gold or black, with black being the most rare and then, you know, going back down to bronze being the most common. This website address here, diamondartclub.com/redeem, is going to tell you how you can use these cards to claim rewards. It's going to talk you through the different gift cards that they offer, and also the top reward of a custom kit that you can claim from Diamond Art Club. And it will tell you how many of each colour card you need. So it is usually either a certain number of bronze, a certain number of silver and a certain number of gold cards, or a certain number of black cards, never both. And once you've collected enough for the reward that you want to claim, you're going to scratch off these panels on the cards, and that's going to give you a code which you then enter on that website and claim your reward. And then the other thing in that pouch is your sticky labels. So you're going to get individually pre-cut stickers. Always nice for a logbook, which I now keep, so I do appreciate these. On the back, you have got a picture of the artwork and just reiterating some key details. And then if you open it up, you've got your sticky labels ready to go on your storage pots. Only 54 colours in this kit. That feels pretty moderate these days. We're getting a lot of kits with a lot of colours. So I love the ones with loads of colours, but it's always nice to have one that will just be a little bit quicker to kit up. At the end, you will see the special drills. So you've got 3 ABs here. AB stands for Aurora Borealis. They have a glitzy coating on and they're used for accents. And then you have 3 fairy dust drills. They are another kind of special drill. They're sort of used for accents, sort of for texture. They have a subtle glittery coating and they're really pretty. I'm going to go through all the drills in a bit, so don't worry if you're not sure what I mean, because I'm going to show them to you properly. But yeah. Lots of lovely clear symbols, lots of lovely colours. Let's crack on. So your diamond painting is going to come in this branded dust cover bag. And let me just find the flap to open it. an attempt as ever not to rip it all open. Okay, so your diamond painting has a nice soft backing. It's a really nice weight of canvas as well. It is really flexible whilst also being quite sturdy, and I really appreciate that as an easel user, because the canvas material does particularly matter when you need to kind of manipulate it around an easel, although of course we all appreciate that anyway. Inside are the drills. Ooh, there's a fairy dust right off the bat in a lovely colour there. Lots of teals. I love teals. Well, they're on the greeny end of teal, but I'm still going to call them teal. So yeah, you can see all of your drills. They're wrapped in this nice neat sausage, as I call it, the sausage of drills. And there is a label on the bag telling you what kit it's from. You know, just in case you store your canvases and drills separately, as some people may do if they're short of space. I'm going to go through those properly in a moment, but first off, let's take a look at the diamond painting. So I'm just going to open it out and then roll it back on itself. And this is going to help flatten it out so that I can show it to you more easily. I've not done a very neat job of this. And let me find a good spot to show you. Yeah, okay, so you can see here's some grey lines going through the cover. They are showing you where there are perforations on the cover, so bits that you can tear. And by doing that, what they've done is they've pre-sectioned the canvas for you. So these will make 10 by 10 centimetres square sections on the canvas, and you can just rip the cover when you're ready to work on a section and not bother faffing around with things like release paper or washi tape if you don't want to. Okay, let's take a look and see what we're dealing with this kit. Oh, those colours are lovely. I often talk about my obsession with teal, and I also just really love blues and purples, and there's a lot of all of that in this canvas. So let me just make sure you can see it all. I'm going to pan over the whole thing in a bit, so don't worry about the fact you can't see it all straight away. So the first thing that I'm seeing straight away is that the background has quite a lot of colour blocking. Colour blocking is like, for example, this C symbol that you see a lot of around here. That means you're going to be able to pour a load of those drills in your tray and just whiz through them, maybe with a multi-placer if that's what you like to do. If not, it's still going to be quicker. The opposite of colour blocking is confetti, and this bottom half, not even half, this bottom section of the painting I would say is quite a good example of confetti, which is where you are going to be, well, doing the opposite of colour blocking. You're going to be changing the colour of drill in your tray very regularly. You're only ever going to be placing a few drills of one colour before you move on to another. And I mean, I've seen more intense confetti, but this is definitely, you know, probably going to work up quite a bit slower than the top part of the canvas with all that background. But overall, I think the canvas has a fair amount of colour blocking, and isn't going to be, you know, the slowest of projects. Let me just check what the glue's feeling like. All feels perfectly sticky to me. So yeah, you got some beautiful colours to play with this canvas, haven't you? I think it's going to be really, like, you know, visually effective. And a lot of people, myself included, are quite drawn to canvases where you have that good mixture of confetti and colour blocking that I've mentioned, because that helps to keep it interesting. You know, you have the blocky sections to get through it quickly, and get that progress ticked off. And then the confetti sections are where all the detail comes out and all of the, you know, the bits that make a painting unique. So yeah, I reckon there's going to be quite a lot of special drills in this lighthouse as well. Yeah, I'm just checking the symbols on the side, and there definitely are going to be quite a few packed into this. But I'm jumping ahead of myself a bit because I'm going to go through the canvas and spot where the special drills go properly later. So for now, what I'm going to do is pop this out of the way. Actually, I won't. I'll just leave it here like a background, and then I'm going to get the drills out to take a look at with you. So back in a flash. Right, so here they all are, mostly laid out. well, they're all laid out, but some of it's off the screen for you. But never fear, because I'm going to kind of scroll through them all now. So first off, you have this mini baby stripper drills. So watch out for that. You do sometimes get this, and I always worry about losing these baby strips. So watch out for that. So you've just got 3 colours on there. I do see a bit of static in these drills. That's why it's clinging to the sides. Don't worry too much if you get that. It is a kind of unfortunate but fairly inevitable byproduct of good quality resin drills. It can make kitting up a little bit of a pain, but there are plenty of hacks to get around it. I do have a whole video dedicated to handling static in drills, if that would help you. So feel free to check that out by searching on my channel. Right, the next strip seems to have all the big bags of drills, because Diamond Art Club arranges their drills by the size of the bag rather than the DMC. So we've got all our big hitters that there's lots of in the painting on this strip. And we're kicking off with an AB. Always love to see special drills appear in the big bags. So this is what an AB looks like, just in case you weren't sure. And then we're moving through some pretty purples. And here's the first of the fairy dust drills. So there is a yellow fairy dust. It's quite hard to see. As I said, it's a subtle glitter coating. So hopefully you can just about catch it. Once you get these and you take them out of the bag, you'll find it's a lot easier to see. It's hard through the plastic is all. But yeah, I really enjoy these. They're very, very pretty when placed. And we've got 3 bags of this blue. Nope, 4 bags. So that's probably going to be one of those background colours. And then 2 bags of this teal. Definitely claiming that one for the teals. 2 of this one. And then here is another fairy dust in an even bigger bag. Very pretty, and maybe slightly easier to see the coating on that colour. And then we've got 2 bags of this one. And then 4 bags of this blue on the end. Okay, next up, moving into some slightly smaller bags. So there is another of our special drills. A nice pale yellow. We're really going for it with the yellows for the specials in this painting. And then moving into some greens. And here is a pink fairy dust. I think if I've kept count correctly, that will be the last one. You'd think counting up to 3 would be pretty easy, but I do get muddled when going through these. Okay, love that shade of pink, and that one actually. And I love these bright oranges. Oranges and yellows in diamond paintings just give me joy in a way that they don't necessarily outside of diamond painting. Not my favourite colours in general, but yeah, give me all of them for diamond painting. Okay. And now I just have one more strip to show you. So these are the teeny tiny bags with not many drills at all that have just been added in there for, well, to render the artwork properly, to give you all that depth of shading and texture that you want in a really well rendered painting. Okay, so that is the last AB. And what else have we got on here? I'm really into pinks at the moment. I've got a couple of pink diamond paintings recently, and I'm finding myself very drawn to the colour. This beautiful sort of deep, almost royal blue, but not quite, is always a favourite of mine too. And here we are. That is the last bag of drills. So there are all the 54 colours in this diamond painting. What do you think? I think that is a rather beautiful colour palette, and I'm loving all the special drills mostly appearing in the big bags, because yeah, I do like having a fair few special drills in my paintings, I'm finding as time goes on. Okay, I am going to pan over the painting now so you can look at it all a bit more up close, and then we'll figure out where all of those special drills do go. There we go. So special drill hunting time. Right, there's that dark sort of orangey yellow AB, then a lighter yellow AB, and then this lovely sort of very pale mint green AB. So let's find all of those. And I'm looking straight at the lighthouse. And yet there is some of the orangey AB all around here, and then also going all through the base. Would you call it the base of the lighthouse? I guess it is. Feels like underselling it a little bit. So it's all in this area. I do see some of them speckled through these dots that are like a kind of glitter effect of light going out from the lighthouse. So some of those are going to be that orange one as well. And then there's some down here and down here, and some little bits over here. So quite a lot of that one. It was a big bag, so not unexpected. And then the lighter yellow one that was much paler, that came in a much smaller bag, I mean. Funnily enough, the lighter one was paler. Okay, so that is all through here. And then also a little bit up at the top. I don't think no, I tell a lie. I do see a few dots of that around, going through the speckles of light. But yeah, not as much, obviously, because it was a smaller bag. And then the teeny tiny bag of that last one. Now, where is that going to be? Oh, here's some. Just little dots of it around here, and then the same over on this side. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's it, really, given the size of the bag. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere else. Okay. Moving on to the fairy dust, we have 3 again. So we've got a yellow, a kind of light teal, and a pink. So definitely all through the lighthouse again for the yellow, and then also speckled around through the water. So we've got a good mixture of those 3, like the fairy dust and then 2 different ABs. That's got to be the vast majority of the lighthouse at this point is made entirely out of special drills, at least for the top part where you're getting into here, and then the lit up part. The base of it down here is normal drills, more so. I also see some little bits of that fairy dust drill around and about down here. So yeah, plenty of that one. And then the teal one. Now, where is that going to be? Oh, here's a big patch of it. Is that what I'm looking for? More patches through the water? Yes, there is quite a bit over here. There is some here. And don't think I see any higher up, which is a surprise because I would have thought that one bag went a bit further than this, but I suppose they are decent size blocks of it. So yeah, I think that's where you're going to find it, is in this sort of midsection. And then the pink one, a little sort of upwards arrow symbol. Here it is down here, and then there's a little bit here, some little bits over there. Sorry, just trying to check that I've actually got the part I'm pointing at on screen, because I've got you zoomed in a bit more than I should. It's also all around here. So that's where you're going to find that one. So yeah, pretty heavy use of special drills in this kit. What do you reckon? Aren't the colours beautiful? Honestly, I'm so colour motivated with diamond paintings. It really makes such a huge difference to me. So yeah, really, really loving the colour palette of this one. The image itself is definitely a bit out there, something a bit different. So maybe people who are lighthouse painting fans in general might really enjoy this one for doing them in a different way. But yeah, it's going to be really pretty. So many special drills sparkling through and then set against that kind of blue-green background. It's going to look very pretty. Okay, so that is it from me. I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at this with me. And if you have, please consider dropping a like on it. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, I'd love to have you stick around. So please consider doing that too. And I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.